tend to work from home because I live a little bit further out from London. Um, for me, still try and get up early and have a little bit of a commute to the office, which is the second bedroom, but I normally go via the coffee shop into town just so that I still get some little bit of separation. I normally start work between 7:30 and 8. We are currently working with a French client, so with the time difference, that's 8:30 for 9 for them. But that does mean sometimes my days finish a little bit earlier, which is quite nice. Normally start my day off by going through my emails, checking on anything we might have missed from the day before, and then we have a daily stand-up every morning. At the moment, no 2 days tend to be the same, depending on what client we're working on and depending on how far into the project we are, it looks very different. Next week, we've got a series of workshops to try and align all of the different projects on the programme. And alongside being a senior consultant, we have a lot of internal duties as well. So we do pitches to other clients to try and work on business development. I'm also involved in staffing and coffee roulette and our all hands, which is a once a month meeting we have with the whole company to give a business update and to get everybody together. In my role, I love that I have the opportunity to work with people from all over the world and in various industries. So we work with our clients as well as their suppliers and their end customers. So you meet a variety of people. We also have the opportunity to do days such as volunteering days, and we have Wavestone Bridges once a year where the whole of the company gets together to learn about other areas of the business. I think for me, it's probably when we joined the company, we did a work-life balance workshop, which sounds like quite a simple thing, but it's easy to get caught up working evenings and weekends in this role. So it was nice to know that Wavestone respects that balance and values their team enough to send everybody out for a whole day to learn and help balance between their work life and their personal life. Because I'm not in very often, my favourite lunch spot is a place called Bee Bagel. So it's a little bit further away from the office, but you can actually get it delivered into the office. So if you're having a busy day, it's really easy because they'll bring it to you. And I love a cheesy bagel, so. Actually set out thinking that this is where I'd be. I did a business and finance degree. And then after my degree, I joined a digital consulting graduate scheme, which was more of you travelled around the company trying various different aspects of the role, from user experience to technology. And I stayed at this company for about 3 years, ended up falling into their Cloud Centre of Excellence, where I learned an awful lot about the industry and the different technologies, and this is where I found my interest in cloud and FinOps. So when moving to Wavestone, I've moved into their cloud practice and their FinOps business area. So it happened by accident, but a happy accident, I'd say. I'd love to work as a nutritionist and a personal trainer. So I'm a qualified personal trainer, and I'd quite like to open up a little cafe alongside it. I've always lived down by the beach until recently, so I'd like to open a cafe on the beach where you can tailor your meal to meet your macro split that you want, which sounds like quite a niche market, but it's really interested me recently, and especially where my partner's dad is diabetic, so he can't eat any carbs. So when we go out for dinner, it's really difficult. So I think having somewhere that you could tailor the macro split to suit that would help not just people on their fitness journey, but also people with medical requirements. I think the most important area for me is just to be yourself and be confident and comfortable, because if you try and pretend to be who you think a company wants, you're more likely to be a bit more nervous, and then when you're in the role, you might be hired for the wrong role. I think having a willingness to learn is also very important. No two projects are the same in consulting. So if you show that you are willing to learn and adapt, and then apply the knowledge you've learned into different projects, that will suit Wavestone quite well. To make sure your client is happy and you're creating a positive impact for the people around you. Sometimes what you've been asked to deliver isn't necessarily the best solution, so push back a little bit to ensure you've delivered best possible outcome for long-term impact for your client, rather than just something that will help improve for a month or so. Quite a lot of influence at Wavestone, and especially more so than other consultancy firms that I've worked in. The senior management is very open to everybody's views and opinions, and within the business circles, you have a lot of ability to tailor what direction it goes in and create your own content, create your own pitches, and are actively encouraged to within the company. Like having the autonomy we have within Wavestone. I think it shows that the company trusts you as a person and your skills in your role. The leadership team is always there, drop of a hat if you need anything. So if you are struggling within your project or struggling within a piece of work, you can always reach out to them and they will help, and never let you get stuck in a situation, but give you the opportunity to try new things and to push yourself further than you have before. It's the trust that you have as an employee. You are allowed to help choose which projects you're staffed on, have an input into that. You are allowed to work within a client and tailor the solution to them a lot more than you can within other consultancies. And Wavestone doesn't partner necessarily with people, so our recommendations we give are based purely on what the client's needs are, rather than because we have a paid partnership with a third party. So you know that you're giving the client the best solution that you possibly can, rather than relying on partnerships.